Good morning and welcome again to my Global Philatelic Project channel. Today we will talk about two stamps issued by Slovakian authority about one incredible and fantastic cave in the south of Mountain Tatra, that means in the north of Slovakian country, and we will check why they made this kind of issue, the description, that means the characteristic of this issue, and of course where to buy it. I suggest to follow this video because the stamps are absolutely very interesting and displays are really nice, not only because they made these stamps but also from the naturalistic point of view, geological point of view, touristic point of view, and also because they discover some fauna inside this cave that are really specific of these places. In these stamps, we are talking about 2019 Slovakia production, of course. There's the image of what they call the Black Cave or the Dragon Cave. That is one of the cave inside of the Demanovsky cave system that is really incredible. We are talking about 42 kilometers inside the mountains, the low Tatra mountain, that means in the north of the country, in this place that you can see in the map. It's really nice cave created by the water. It's a really humid place, and the rock that is not so hard generate this hole, this tunnel, and this cave that during the time became full of water, and the temperature create ice cave like you can see in the stamps or also in the image that I put in the video. From the, as to say, scenic point of view is really incredible. I was there and really I suggest to everyone to visit this place. But we are talking about stamps. So the Slovakian authority produce these stamps, distribute these stamps with this kind of sheetlet of 6 stamps, and in 2019 they made also the FDC, this that you can see on the screen. But not only, because they made also a maximum card, this one, that describe better what we are talking about. The cave has been known since time immemorial. In 1672, for example, Dr. Johan Pettersson described, or we can say discover some bones of bears, and he thought that it was bones of dragon. For this the name of the cave was so, to say, legendary, characteristic. And these tunnels were discovered year by year, decade by decade, because the labyrinth is really complicated and it was not easy to enter in the different part of the cave. In 1826 there were discovered new part of these caves, and in 1949 the National Philatelic Society of Slovakia, of course, started to create the possibility to visit this place, and so they made illumination, they made a road that was accessible to a normal people, and day by day, year by year, these caves became super famous in all Europe and all over the world. And now it's time for the second stamps connected with these caves. We have to jump to the year 2021 because this was the anniversary, the 100th anniversary of the discovering of another incredible caves not far away for the ice caves or the dragon caves, and this was the celebration of this anniversary with these stamps, with the characteristic fauna that we will talk about later, and distributed with this sheetlet. Absolutely fantastic. From my point of view, is a very great sheetlet. And then of course the FTC. So back to the stamps. They made it because of the centenary of this discovery. In fact, the 3rd of August 1921, two amatorial geologists, a Moravian teacher and the son of a local gamekeeper, dug through the sediments of the Demanovska River and discovered one of the most beautiful caves in Slovakia, the Demanovska Caves of Liberty. This day, that was an ordinary day, became a significant day in the history of speleology. This cave became suddenly one of the most important natural monuments of Slovakia and was open to the touristic visit. Inside these caves there are animals, particular animals, and this is what the stamps represent and what want to put an attention to the collector, because of course the caves are very interesting, very nice, but what is inside is, from the scientific point of view, even more important and more interesting. The cave is unique because the fauna that there's inside. We are talking about some crustaceans, super small, that were found in the south of Tatras mountains and that are really rare in this area of Europe. You can see the image when in the stamps, but also in the FDC. In particular, if we check the FDC, we can see 3 different animals specific of these places. The one in the stamps, one in the cancellation of the stamps, and one in the decoration of the stamps. I can't pronounce the name of this animal because I'm not an expert and the names are so complicated. But for sure, the expert that knows everything about caves and the fauna of the caves, these are really interesting description and image of this kind of fauna from this kind of environment. These are the characteristics of this issue. I will not talk about it because you can read it without problem, but I would like to say where to buy. But wait a moment, because now I ask you please to put a like if you like this video, or subscribe the channel if you want to help me, or eventually to buy in my channel that is on the description of the video this product from Slovakia. Okay, back to the stamps. Where to buy it? Because we explained the reason of the issue, we made the description, and now where to buy. So there are few of them in Slovakian postal office. I don't know for how long time, because we are talking about the sets, in particular the first of 5-6 years ago. So it's time to buy it if you want it. But I've got it in my collection, in my shop, so I suggest to buy from my shop. The address is in the description of the video. And to enrich your collection with these 2 beautiful sets, sheetlet, FDC and one maximum, the one of 2019, because for the people who love this kind of topics, I think that these 2 sets are really interesting and, from my point of view, well done from the graphic point of view, as you can see in the image that I put in this video. Very good. I don't want to take more time today, so thank you very much to follow the video. See you next video. Have a nice philatelic day. Bye bye.